I'm Tamara Henry, and I've come out tonight to the second annual Soul Motion Ball to support Mark Victor Hansen and to meet some of his wonderful, inspirational, and motivational friends that you're going to get to meet as well. Mark Victor Hansen, how are you? So stunning this evening.
Thank you. Well, I'm full of soul because we're going to have all my soulmates are here trying to have a cellular experience. And then what we're doing is we're going to get every kid into literacy worldwide. And
so you're going to be raising a lot of money. You're going to have a silent auction in there. You have lots of goodies on the table, right? What are some of the things you've been eyeing that you think are in there you might want to purchase?
Well, what's astounding to me is my pals who are worldwide have got us $100,000 or $150,000 worth of goodies that we're going to have in a silent auction. And it's amazing. And they're literally from China and absolutely everywhere on the planet. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see this happen.
And your program really works. I mean, what kind of impact have you yourself been able to make on poverty and illiteracy?
Well, I've sold the most books ever according to Guinness Book of Records with Jack Canfield. The Chicken Soup of the Soul sold 157 million books, and we've had we just had a great lady in Ohio come up to us and say, 7 years ago I was pregnant, I didn't have a husband, I didn't have a family, I was going to give the baby up for adoption and kill myself. I had goosebumps on my goosebumps. I saw a sign that said the library. I knew how to read, went in and saw inspirational books, opened up and read your book, Puppies for Sale. It's now 7 years later. She is now happily married. She's got 3 kids. She is feeding 10,000 people a month at Chicken Soup of the Soul food kitchens in Ohio. So our books have had a phenomenal effect. We're now going to do a GED on the telephone, so every kid in America that didn't graduate, if a girl got pregnant at 14 in school, now she'll go to the telephone 3 minutes at a time, learn how to get a graduate equivalent degree, and then we're being told by foreign countries they want to do that worldwide, and then they get to come to school here to an American internet university, whether it's University of Phoenix or LA College International or Golden State or whatever.
We're catching up with Dave Kekich, and we understand that you're everybody's new best friend here because you're into anti-aging, and believe me, in LA, we're into that, don't you think?
We all are, Tamara. Thank you. Yes.
Well, it's so nice to have you here.
Thank you.
So tell us what brings you out to support Mark Victor Hansen.
Mark and I are old friends. We serve on each other's board, and I support everything he does.
And we're catching up with Dawson and Joe. Dawson, are you having a great time this evening or what?
It's a wonderful time. Thank you this wonderful opportunity.
I know, and Mark Victor Hansen is right here with us, and I understand that you two are embarking on some new fun stuff. Tell us about it.
So, and I've been fan for Mark Victor Hansen. I read all his book and the DVD and the CD, and I believe and in China right now they have most automobile, they have most computer, but China and the missing is the thought, the spirit. The Mark Victor Hansen, he can changing the world.
This is Kathy Buckley. We're here at the second annual Soul Motion Ball with Mark Victor Hansen, and you're going to be so much fun tonight. You're one of the featured talents. Is that right?
Oh no, I did it last year. I'm not talenting tonight.
So this time you're just going to take it easy.
Out, man. I'm eating.
Okay, and I bet you're going to have a little talent on the dance floor too, right?
Oh yeah, honey. I'll shake my booty.
We have Crystal Dwyer. We're wrangling her. She didn't want to come, but look how beautiful, Crystal. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm a life coach and hypnotherapist in Scottsdale, Arizona.
And what have you written?
A book called...
Wait a minute, I'm doing the interview here.
Where's the interviewer? I've written a book called Pure Thoughts for Pure Results, How Messy Thinking Can Make or Break Your Life. The book will be released, we're doing a launch in about 3 weeks.
Oh. Yeah. So it hasn't even been released yet, so we can look for it very soon.
Yes. It's a great book. It basically takes you through the past programming in your mind, showing you how to purge all the old thought programs that aren't working and how to move forward into the life of your dreams.
All right. And so you and Mark Victor Hansen are both moving in the direction of your dreams, right?
Yes.
I think we are.
She's my bodyguard.
Yeah, it's important work.
So how did you two meet? Because you're from Arizona, right? And
actually, we met at a book conference, an author's conference. It was sort of a random thing. I was halfway through my book, and I just started telling him about what I do in my work, and he was very interested in what I do. Not in me, just what I do. No, but I study meditation too. I'm certified with the Chopra Center, and so we're both really into meditation. I also use a technique called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, in my work. So it's just a really powerful.
I've heard of it. I've never actually had it done yet, but I've heard about it. So we'll have to do a little tapping later on tonight. So have you tried any of your hypnotherapy on Mark?
Oh yeah.
How was he as a hypnotherapist student?
He's great. He's a very good subject, and he's
induction, it's called.
He is, and actually he's had some really powerful results. That's the truth. That is the truth. That is, he's had some really good results.
All right. Well, you guys are
He's a
a
believer.
beautiful couple.
Thank you.
And you're making me a believer as well. We're catching up with Joel Seiden, and I understand if you've got some property in New York, it's probably yours. Is that right?
It's probably rented from Joel.
Well, we do have Stonehenge partners in New York, and we do have rental properties there, and so that's our business, yes.
And how are you friends with Mark?
Mark is just a wonderful philanthropist, a wonderful guy, and I'm proud to be here for his foundation, and literacy is a great cause, and Mark's just a great guy, so I'm happy to be here.
Do you remember how you guys met?
I do. We were in New York City at BEA. A friend of ours, a mutual friend with 300 IQ, Marcia Thurber, brought him in, put him up on stage. He got to sit next to Don King and everybody at my seminar. We became great friends, and then he was crazy. He took me to the Mediterranean on his yacht, and then we were just down in the Dominican Republic, and so we have trailed, and played together literally around the world.
All right. It sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun. Are you having fun here tonight?
I am having a great time here tonight.
And did you come last year as well?
I did. I just came in from New York to be here for Mark's
Really?
event.
You came all the way from New York just for the party tonight?
And the weather, of course, and the Super Bowl.
All right.
And to
Okay,
meet
yeah.
you. He
And
had to
me.
meet you.
And understand
I'm
you
gonna
wanted.
I'm going to behave now, Mark.
Okay, you've got to behave. All right. Well, anyway, I look forward to seeing more of you in there and more of your wonderful friends that we're getting to meet one by one tonight. I'm your host. Oh, one more question.
Angel outfit too.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to do something here, everybody.
Look at these angel outfit and his svelte body, and oops, he's doing the whole thing.
Woo, okay. So he noticed my wings, so I just had to say I'm being good tonight. So, this is Dreaming Bear, and I think I'm getting a little dreamy around him. You have to excuse me, and you smell so wonderful. Is this your hair?
It's the essence of oneness, I call it.
Oh, really? Now, is this something that you created yourself?
It's something that we're all creating. We're like blooming flowers together.
Can you do one of the poems? By the way, he and I met just a week ago. He gave me one of his new books called Wild Love. Is that Wild Love? And I've been reading it out loud every night, and it has the most profound, impactful, tantric effect of anything I've ever seen. Can you just do a poem that is abbreviated?
A short one?
All right, baby.
Okay, give her a love poem.
I'll give you a love poem.
I'm ready.
My love for you is like this. You feel lonely one night, so I show up at your heart's door, bearing a bouquet of spiraling supernovas on a stem, and the entire universe, which I have hidden in my soul's shirt sleeves, just to see you smile. When I offer you a handful of stars and sweetly say, surprise.
This is the Soul Motion Rockin' Ball, and we are rocking now because we're catching up with Debbie Ford. Debbie, I love you. It's so good to see you here this evening.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I've been following your shadow work since I think like 2002 or 2003 when I read your first article in a little magazine, and I've been following you ever since, and I think your work is wonderful to help us shine the light on the shadow of ourselves.
We all have a little dark side. We should take care of it so it doesn't have to pop out and hit us in the face, right?
Exactly. And so I understand. Tell us about, you have a new movie coming out. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
I whispered in her ear, so I
Mark
hope you don't
Victor
mind.
Hansen is in it. It's a documentary.
Deepak's in it. It's got everybody famous, but mostly her.
Yeah, because it's about the shadow process. And
when's it coming out?
It's coming out April 1st. It's called If
I love
Shadows...
April
That's a perfect day.
Yeah,
And we're going to find all the shadow fools.
It's called If Shadows Could Talk. I'm going to send you a copy.
Oh, I would love that. Now, you're having such a good time in your life and your career right now. It seems like you're at the pinnacle of everything, especially with hobnobbing with Mark Victor Hansen. Now, how are you two connected?
Oh, Mark, actually, Mark and I have known each other for so many years, but when I was making my movie, he said, I want to be in your movie. And I'm like, Mark, you're the chicken soup guy. I'm the shadow, dark side woman.
Yeah.
And he said, I can talk about the shadow. And he said, it's really was going to be chicken soup for the wounded soul. And I thought, really, that's why chicken soup feels so good.
I mean, every one of our books is about wounded souls, so I said, let me in, please, 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 I beg. I've been friends so long, I'll do whatever I got to do. She said, pay for the production.
See, guys, the dark side can be a lot of fun, right?
It is really
And
fun.
for those of you that don't know Debbie Ford, I mean, I can't imagine how you wouldn't, but you've been on Oprah the most times out of all of the authors, or is that what Mark was telling
I
me?
don't know about that.
Well, she stays on the longest.
She's been on Oprah a lot, put it that way, right?
Yeah.
And I even saw you recently the other day in LA on KTLA, right?
Yes, I've been on KTLA.
Just recently.
KTLA.
Yeah.
And,
You did a wonderful job on there.
Yeah, I think actually that was my sister you saw.
But I think I saw you too, because
saw me, yeah.
I think you were both on there within a week between each other, right?
Why good people do bad things.
That was it. Yeah. Now, why do they in a nutshell? Why does that happen?
Because we all have a dark side, and if we push the dark side down, it's like a beach ball, and one day it's going to pop up and hit us in the face. So that's why you
got to. It's express.
Henry, we're now catching up with Ariel Ford. You look so beautiful tonight.
Tamara, good to see you. I love your angel wings.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to be good tonight, and I saw your sister, speaking of being good and then bad, and I just recently saw.
I'm the good sister, by the way.
See, that's what I was going to say. You must be the good sister if she's the shadow.
I'm the good sister.
You're the good sister. And I saw both of you on KTLA recently. Just last week I saw your sister, and then I saw you with a new book. Tell us about your book that you have. What's it called?
It's called The Soulmate Secret. Manifest the love of your life with the law of attraction, and it really, really, really works. And
we were just on a cruise ship together with her, and for a whole week, 4 of us who are single decided to really play the game, and it's a magnificent game or experience or process, and we all are winning.
So you put Ariel to the test, and it worked, right?
Yeah, we're all absolutely in love with Ariel.
And which came first? I know you have a love in your life. So which came first, the book or your love in your life?
Oh, no. The book came as a result of every single woman who's ever met my husband has asked me, how do I get a Brian? So after 11 years, I decided to spill my secrets.
Oh, nice. So this is a book called Yummy Secrets.
Yeah, I can take it, Brian.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell us the other side of the story, right?
Okay. All right, let me go get him.
Yes,
I'll be right back.
Okay, everybody, here's Brian. Step on in. Now, we heard some wonderful things about you, that you were a wonderful soulmate, and that other women wanted to know how to get men just like you.
Well, that's quite a compliment. I hope I am. You have to ask Ariel that, but we dreamed about each other. We met each other. 3 weeks later, we were married.
Wow, so you actually had a dream, or you were dreaming up your soulmate?
No, she got darshan from a woman named Amaji, who's an Indian saint.
Yeah, I've had a hug from Amma.
We're very close to her. We do a lot of work with her organization. 3 weeks later, I showed up, but during that 3-week period, I was dreaming about her.
Literally in your dream.
Literally dreaming about her.
She flew up to Portland, Oregon. They synchronized in time and space, and after a meal, they felt indefatigably in love. I think I can say that.
We couldn't get our hands off each other. It was wonderful.
I know you guys look gorgeous tonight together.
I got to tell you one other thing. I was at their wedding a decade ago, and under every seat, first of all, they had Kenny Loggins marry them, and underneath they had a little triangle, and in the triangle we all opened it up after the wedding. And what was so amazing to me is that we released 400 butterflies into the air, and it was absolute heaven. I'd never seen anything like it.
It was beautiful. It was a metamorphosis. It represented our getting together. It was gorgeous.
That is so beautiful, and I'm so glad to meet you. And this is just one example of all of the beautiful people that we are meeting here tonight at the Mark Victor Hansen Soul Motion Ball. We're here with Gay Hendricks, and how are you guys enjoying the ball tonight so far?
Oh, wonderful. Well, Katie and I just drove down 2 hours for this, and there aren't that many people we drive 2 hours for, I'll tell you that.
It's true, but having the opportunity to connect with people in this whole new era where there's so much more creativity and space to create new possibilities is very exciting.
And I'm here also because I consider Mark Victor Hansen one of the most important people now we have alive that's setting the tone for the next 100 years of humanity's evolution. And so I'm here to lend my support to whatever canoe you'd like me to paddle in.
Well, by the way, just so you know, these two are not only the greatest relationship teachers on the planet right now, but they're also seasoned, effective, profitable entrepreneurs. An entrepreneur takes low value, makes it high value, and have done it in a smorgasbord, which is a good Danish term, of ways. And I'm elated to be their great friend, and we decided that we can do infinitely more together now.
Yes, right. And speaking of entrepreneurial, I know those are your 3 magic words: entrepreneurial, education, and empowerment, right?
That's right, because if you don't educate, we get to incarcerate, and they and I are against incarceration.
Yeah, and for education.
Yeah.
You know, bringing forward.
Education means to bring out the very, very best in those of us that are
So the last time I saw you guys was in Boulder, Colorado for the Gaia Film Festival. So what are you guys doing new these days?
Right. Well, right now we're in the middle of a training where we have people coming from all over the world, where we're educating them to help people transform their lives in the direction of creating what they really want in their own well-being and in creating thriving relationships. So That's what we're doing right now.
Lots of good
and
things
Dave has a
going
new
on.
book
I
coming out.
just turned in my new book. You'll get a copy of it soon.
What's it called?
It's a book. It's called The Big Leap, and it's a book for successful people who want to make the big leap into their zone of genius.
So for already successful people who want to make even more success happen, right?
Absolutely, because yeah, people get into what I call the excellence trap. And,
Darn, I think I'm in that. I'm in the excellence trap. I can't get out of it, you know? And we're here with Michael Beckwith, and I just saw you last night at the premiere, the world premiere of your new movie, Spiritual Liberation, and the book and everything, and I even got to drink some of your green shake.
Fantastic. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. I had a wonderful time, and it's so good to see you here tonight. What brings you out tonight?
Well, Mark Victor Hansen, of course, brings me out tonight. Whatever he's up to, it's got to be good, and I got to be here.
Yeah, I know. I think like attracts like. You're magnetically attracting the same kind of energy together. How did you two meet in the first place?
I decided to go to his church, and then we befriended each other, and he became my minister, and he remarried me a few times, and we've had nothing but not with me. And that didn't sound right, did it?
Perform ceremonies.
Okay, we got to get that straight, right? Yeah. So you did. That's beautiful. So
We've known each other for quite a while now. Yeah.
All right. So how was it last night and tonight? You're just on a whirlwind of uplifting entertainment and empowerment.
It's making this message mainstream, basically, allowing for the average person to be able to, assimilate these wonderful teachings so that their lives can change and transform. So it's just powerful to be in that vibration.
And what do you think about Mark Victor Hansen's books and the way he's helping everyone with abundance?
Mark has been doing this for such a long time, and what's beautiful about Mark is that he lives these principles. So he's not just talking about them, he's actually speaking from where he lives and the things he's overcome in his own life. So he can be not only a dynamic point of inspiration, but also transformation.
One day. Yeah. Wondering what the Spirit has in store for me. Spirit one day. Well, I'm singing that Spirit one day. Spirit one day. Wondering what the Spirit has in store for me.
I thank all of you for coming to my Soul Motion Ball. This is helping fund a foundation that is causally related. Last year we gave out tens of sets of eyes in Bali, which I'm very thankful for. We're helping Muhammad Yunus end poverty he's raised 100 million women up from poverty in Bangladesh and got me to believe that there's only one place poverty belongs, in a museum. And so he said, well, what are you going to do? And I said, well, we're going to do universal sign language in the telephone. And we've got Kathy Buckley, wherever you are, Kathy. Right there, would you stand up? She's going to help me figure that out. Give her a round of applause. The greatest deaf comedian in America, and I'm deeply thankful for our friendship and our love. We're doing a GED in the telephone, which will be 3 minutes at a time. It'll be video, pictorial. Some woman working at McDonald's just gets a GED, a graduate equivalent degree in the United States, earns $1 extra hour. That's $40 a week times 50 weeks, $2,000 a year. Not insignificant. We're doing some stuff on getting everybody in America jobs. I am a little amazed at all the cool stuff we've done. We've got with us, just like my child, we've got Vivian Glick, the founder here, and I know where Vivian is, and we've got Deborah Ford, who's a dear friend, and Cynthia Kersey, who wrote Unstoppable. Stand up, Cynthia, give them a round of applause. And our foundation's helping them do a school in Uganda, because we believe that everybody everywhere should be educated. Every soul is important. It is much less expensive when we're helping people out in those kind of countries. And we're doing a lot of work with Feed the Children with Larry Jones, who we worked so much with when I was just in Kenya. And I even adopted a black child there, and I was excited about it. We help Wyland, who has done Just Hands Across the Ocean, is one of my best friends and diving buddies. He's supposed to be here tonight but got sick, I'm told. So Wy's not in the room, is he? Anyhow, we were just in Hawaii with him and Pierce Brosnan and everybody, but Wyland did Hands Across the Ocean, and we had 3 kids from every country, from Afghanistan to Zimbabwe, and he's trying to, I wrote the line for his foundation that says we want to make every drop a clean drop of water, and it's exquisitely exciting. The deal about illiteracy is my parents were Danish illiterate people. My father couldn't read a men's room sign, and before I knew the law of attraction when I was 5, it used to enervate me to see that he couldn't go in a men's room until another man went in, because there was no such thing when I was a little kid, 55 years ago, as symbiology. There's no men's sign, and I said, someday I'm going to change that. And I think we're going to change it in a decade. We're going to change it with the telephone, because Dr. Eunice got me to believe that. But in America, 74 out of 100 students that come from African, Hispanic, and Native Americans never graduate high school. Studies show that we have 7,000 kids drop out a day in school, and it's just not okay. And what I want to make America is the IP, intellectual property capital of the world, back where we belong to be, and I think that we can do that. And our foundation is doing some stuff that nobody else is doing, and all of you, we ask you to help. In our silent auction, we have over $150,000 worth of goodies that I hope you bid on. If you don't bid enough money, then Sherry Sachs, who runs the foundation with Patty Coffey, my chief of staff, those two standing in the back, would you wave? Give them a round of applause. They do a brilliant job all year long. They used to help out Tony Robbins, and now they help me out, and I'm elated. And we've got gift baskets from the Food Network, American Idol, Super Bowl, iPhone, Blu-ray, the inauguration. We've been given so many gifts that I am elated to be the leader of the foundation. Obviously, I contribute a great deal myself. I'm thankful for every one of you for being here. I hope that we make this grow to be the biggest ball, and we're going to do more and more exquisitely exciting, tantalizingly relevant, loomingly important stuff to make a difference. It makes a difference. I love superlatives and adjectives, and those of you who've never been in one of my seminars, you ought to show up and buy some of the mega tickets so we can afford to keep doing this stuff. Anyhow, we're going to make a difference. It makes a difference. It leaves a lasting, impactful, important, and life-changing difference from the top and bottom and sides of my heart. I thank every one of you. Please eat and enjoy.